Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, we can continue now. We can start.
Yes, I think we can start. Please mute everybody else. Dara?
Yes,
Yes, we can start. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dhara Shah, your host for the ceremony today. Now, before we start with the ceremony, I would request everyone to please keep your screen on presenter mode for better virtual experience. So now we start. It is our honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest today, Mr. Anup Matthew, all the faculty members and colleagues, the proud parents, friends, family members, and last but not the least, our dear students. As you all know, today we have gathered to commemorate the 16th Convocation ceremony of Faculty of Technology, CEPT University. Today, indeed, is a very proud moment for all of us, especially the 151 graduating students and their parents, whose awards will be conferred upon the graduation degree. It is also a moment of pride for 32 students who will be receiving the faculty level awards for their excellence. On behalf of Faculty of Technology, I congratulate all the achievers and wish them success for the future endeavors. The program will start with a keynote address of our acting dean, Anup Shah, and that will be followed by the convocation address by our chief guest, Mr. Anup Matthew. Then it would be followed by conferment of degrees by respective program chairs and the faculty level awards for excellence. Finally, this event will culminate by accumulating memories in form of virtual photographs. So now I would like to invite Dr. Anup Shah, Acting Dean of Faculty of Technology, to deliver the keynote address. Over to you, Professor Anup.
Thank you, Professor Dara. Good morning, everybody. A warm welcome to honored chief guest, Mr. Anup Matthew. Thank you for being with us, sir. A warm welcome also to the graduating students and my colleagues on 16th Convocation ceremony of CEPT University. Today, 71 students of an undergraduate program and 80 students of 4 postgraduate programs of Faculty of Technology will embark upon the new phase of life. Another challenging year for all of us. This would have been time when you would all have traveled from different parts of country, dressed in off-white attires, and are adding vibrancy to CEPT campus. We are missing the happy faces and the joyful voices of the students. We are also missing this aroma of scrumptious meals and gatherings and selfies and a lot more. Well, the show must go on, and so the celebration. India being on the verge of massive expansion with about lakhs of crores of rupees projects floated under infrastructure development, there is an immense need for professionals that are trained as problem solvers, problem identifiers. These graduating engineers are expected to be a holistic breed that can work across borders, cultural boundaries, and social contexts. With the cutting-edge curriculum and refined pedagogy, you're already on the upper part of the pyramid of the graduating pool. You have been trained to be problem solvers with ever-changing, unpredictable situations in the world. This can be reflected from the work produced by all of you during the years of pandemic. Your projects are well appreciated by board of reviewers, people from industry, and academia. Let me take this opportunity to mention the series of achievements by students and faculty members of Faculty of Technology during past 1 year. An article based on Utkarsh Mathur's MTech thesis under the Building Engineering Performance Program, it was in batch 2018, was published in the Journal of Building Engineering. This work Dr. Rashmi Ndamle. Astha Shah, a student of Bachelor's in Construction Technology program, 2015 batch, presented her work from the undergraduate thesis at Texas University as a part of virtual conference on novel approaches to sustainable infrastructure solutions hosted by American Concrete Institute. This work was done under the guidance of Dr. Divanshu Pandit. Nandan Kumar and Vijayashree, under the guidance of Dr. Jyoti Trivedi and Georgie Jacob, under the guidance of Dr. Bhargav Dave, presented papers at Project Management Research and Academic Conference that was held at IIT Mumbai. Dr. Ganesh Devkar had also co-authored one of his papers in this conference. The students are associated with AMTech in Construction Engineering and Management program. Two teams of 3 students each, Harshil Chauhan, Hitarth Shah, Kathan Patel, and Manan Soni, Samved Patel, and Yash Mistry of Bachelor's in Construction Technology program 2018 batch secured 3rd and 5th ranks respectively in national level bridge builder competition, which was organized by Akar, a student at IIT Bombay and sponsored by Tata Projects. A team comprising Akshat Patel, Prachita Acharya, and Jen Pasawala of Bachelor's in Construction Technology program batch 2016 under the mentorship of Professor Bhargav Tewar won the first prize in Ultratech Sparkling Star Contest 2021 organized by Ultratech Cement Limited. CEPT alum Ankit Patel, 2007 batch UG, working with German-based Perry Group, has been a part of a team that has won German Innovation Award 2021 under the category Building an Element that created first 3D printing house in Germany. Keval Solanki, a student of Masters in Construction Engineering and Management 2019 batch, wins OLIS Innovative Minds Contest 2021. His topic was VR Construction Execution Game, developed for construction education and training purposes to learn new skills through immersive experience. This was a part of his research thesis work under the guidance of Dr. Jyoti Trivedi. 2 teams of students from Building Energy Performance Program were declared as runner-up in office building and multifamily housing divisions, respectively, in Solar Decathlon India Design Challenge 2020-2021. The teams were led by Dr. Meenu Agrawal, along with other mentors from CEPT, as well as with the technical support from various industries. Food Cart, a design and construction project undertaken as a part of summer school, has officially been registered and published by the Office of Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. This was the result of collaborative efforts of the team comprising mentors Dr. Paresh Shah, Nikunj Dave, and Karishma Ganwani, as well as the students Parijat Shah, Darshil Shah, Vidit Shah from Faculty of Technology, and Syed Salah and Kevna Shah from Faculty of Design, who co-created this high-quality design and prototype. Vinaya Thakur, a student of MTech Geomatics program, batch 2020, has won 2nd prize in URISA digital competition. With this, she also got an opportunity to register and present her work at GIS Pro 2021 conference. Macha Bhargav, a student of MTech in Building Energy and Performance, batch 2020, received an honorable mention for clarity at the project STASIO Summer 2021 Challenge focused on daylight and glare. This project is a platform provided by IBPSA USA. Alum Tejal Patel, batch 1994, with over 20 years of experience in management and design of transportation planning and infrastructure, traffic engineering, site development, and municipal engineering, has become the first Asian American woman engineer to be elected as president-elect of New Jersey Society for Professional Engineers. 2 teams of students from Bachelor's in Construction Technology program under the guidance of Professor Pavni Pandya and Dr. Chandresh Solanki won 3rd, 4th, and 3rd prize in Geo Vishleshna, a national level competition organized by Indian Geotechnical Society. Team of Sagar Shah and Udant Patel and team of Dhruvi Shah and Akshata Patel batch 2019 got 1st and 3rd positions respectively. Keval Solanki of MTech Construction and Engineering and Management Program 2019 batch, and Maulik Poria of Bachelor's in Construction Technology 2016 batch won first and second prize in India Skills competition organized by National Skill Development Corporation under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Students of Geomatics Program, Batch 2020, Wagami Patel, Sweta Katwala, and Malhar Patel win second prize in Abitonics and International GIS Competition 2021. They presented their studio work on smart transportation that was mentored by Dr. Deepak Samal and Dr. Shaili Gandhi. Recently, Nirman 21, a national level symposium was floated by Organization of Civil Engineering Students and Civil Engineering Department, Nirma University. Kathan Patel and Samved Patel of 2018 batch of Bachelor's in Construction Technology program won first and second positions respectively for the event name Placement Guru. Kathan Patel also secured first spot for the event Game Arena. I might have missed a few accomplishments by students or the faculty, and I apologize for that. But this is what I have on my list right now. Apart from that, FT celebrated Engineers Day on 23rd October 2021 with a theme on awareness for acceptance of green buildings. This event was supported by Electrotherm and was marked by the presence of Mr. Subrata Datta, Project Director at L&T Constructions, as a chief guest, and Dr. Ahmed Farag, Director, Principal Engineer, Hinge Engineering Consulting, Canada, and Dr. Kunal Kansara, Professor at Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Liverpool, John Moores University, UK, as keynote speakers. E-Day celebration also included on-campus events such as industry presentation, exhibition of selected works of the student, and felicitation of the winning students in various competitions. The prestigious Indian Lean Construction Conference was jointly organized by CEPT and Institute of Lean Construction Excellence, and complete event was seamlessly planned by the students and faculty members of MCEM. We witnessed around 250 delegates and participants from diverse backgrounds presenting their research papers, talks, and panel discussion as well. 3 workshops, 20 expert lectures, 4 panel discussions, 89 research papers and posters contributed to reinventing lean construction post-COVID. FT collaborated with professional organizations such as Indian Association of Structural Engineers, Indian Concrete Institute, and Indian Plumbing Association. For the students, this opens the avenues of attending conferences, participating in competitions, and interacting with eminent professionals. About 10 expert lectures were organized during past 1 year. Finally, summing up, something for the graduating students. As you are standing at this threshold of life, focus on what you want to do, what gives you happiness, and walk on that path, even though it is unstructured, without worrying about failures. Do not buy narratives of happiness and success charted out by others, but create your own story. You have made it to this point. You have earned a very good degree, and you should take pride in your accomplishments. You are very much the part of the university that is being recognized as Center for Excellence. It is time to give back to society by channelizing all skills, all values that you have imbibed during this year's at CEPT. It is also time for you to think and act wisely with the vision of developing a progressive society. And I am sure you will create a difference. On this memorable occasion, I would like to take an opportunity to thank all the staff members and faculty members for the hard work that they have poured in throughout this rough year. Once again, it gives me a great pleasure to have you all here and wishing you a remarkable journey ahead. Looking forward to meeting you as our ambassadors during better times. Till then, take care, choose positivity, make us feel proud, and stay connected, as this is your home too. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much. Over to you, Professor. Thank you, everybody. Dara, you are on mute.
Thank you, Professor Anil, for your kind words. Before we start with the convocation address by Mr. Anup Matthew, there is a technical announcement. Due to some technical glitch, we are facing so many students joining under the name of Mr. Anup Matthew. I request everyone to please rejoin with your own original name. Please do that. So now it is my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Anup Matthew. Mr. Matthew is an engineer with a post-graduation in construction management. He has over 30 years of experience in the real estate and construction industry. As a senior vice president and business head of Godrej Construction, Mr. Matthew is responsible for the real estate and construction business of Godrej and Boyce. Under his guidance, several large projects of real estate assets and allied built environment across India have been conceptualized, planned, and developed. He is a recipient of Fulbright Scholarship in the year 2012 and has completed Fulbright program from the Tepper School of Business at Carnegie Mellon University, Pennsylvania, USA. Mr. Matthew is also the chairman of the board of directors at the Institute for Lean Construction Excellence, India. We are extremely honored to have you here, sir. I now request you to deliver the convocation address to our newly graduates and inspire them for their professional journey ahead. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dara. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you once again, Dara, for that introduction, and greetings to every one of you this morning. It is indeed my pleasure to be a part of this important event. And I'm truly thankful to CEPT University and Dr. Anil Shah and the rest of the faculty for having chosen to have me as the chief guest. It is indeed an honor to do the honors and be present along with you, even as you all celebrate this important event and milestone in your lives. CEPT University, my first interaction with the CEPT team was as a part of the ILC conference. And I have some very vivid and pleasant memories of my visit to the CEPT campus in December last year. And I had the opportunity to meet several faculty members and students. And I feel it's certainly something which I will cherish in my memory for the years ahead. I had heard much about the CEPT campus from my colleague, Satish Kadu, who had been our design head for many years, much senior to me. And he had passed out from CEPT, I think in the early 1960s, 68, I think. So this must have been one of the early batches of CEPT, but I think he had also some very fond memories. And he was talking about some of the professors that had taught him when I was speaking to him yesterday about this. Let me begin first by congratulating all the students. I think this is a very momentous event. You will look back at this as an important milestone in your life. As Dr. Anil Shah mentioned, you have got some of the best education here. I was just listening to some of the recognitions that the students have won and the accolades that they have received. Clearly, this is very noteworthy, and it clearly indicates the quality of students and the faculty that CEPT has. So I'm really very happy to and excited to see how this is going to be taken forward by the students going forward. Today is also the day to thank many people, students in your life. You have worked very hard and you certainly deserve the applause, so congratulations. But so have your faculty members. And I think many of your faculty members would have labored hard on developing you as a student. And through your research projects, through your assignments, through the teaching and all of the things that they need to do in bringing you up and developing your skills and competencies. Your parents, I think they would have played a very important role. Maybe your parents, maybe your relatives who have supported you through all of this. Somebody who's inspired you and encouraged you to take this decision to pursue this career. Whatever it be, I think you owe it to all of them. And the world is looking forward to have you taken into the mainstream to now see how you're going to deploy what you have learned in the years ahead. And I think you will certainly relish these moments when you look back, and this was an important milestone as you proceed to further conquering various milestones in your own personal lives. I would like to begin with just two stories, which I thought was important. And I'm going to go back to my own career. And I must say that these were some of the things and failures that I learned from. And I think you will also learn sometimes through successes and sometimes through failures. But I think the important thing is that we can keep learning. And that's something very important. So if you think today is the last day of your learning and then you're going to move on to doing something else in career and you can throw the books out and forget about it, I think you're in for a little bit of a disappointment. All through your life, you're going to be learning. And I believe that I could throw the books out. Well, I could have thrown the books out, but I don't think I stopped learning. There's a lot of learning ahead of you. So I think to narrate these two stories, I think they're very small, but small incidents, but I think they'll give you a context of how some of the things that I learned along the way. My first experience was, when I was a site engineer. I had just gone into the field, one of my early career stints, and I was checking certain work which was done on the site to see if it was in plumb. Now, this was something which theoretically we had all learned, how to hold a plumb and how to ensure that it is in plumb. But obviously the mason who was there for that day wanted to finish his work very quickly. And the wall was a little out of plumb. And he, by the trick of his finger, he was able to push the alignment of the thread. And he showed me it was in plumb, whereas it wasn't in plumb. And I discovered it a little later when somebody else pointed it out to me, and he told me you didn't see the way he was using his finger to adjust the plumb so that he could finish his work for the day. Now, that was my first learning. I mean, you can learn everything in theory, how to hold a plumb, how to do all of this. But when you are in the field, you are going to learn a few things, which the experienced people, including the masons and the plumbers, the carpenters, they all know far better than you when you just jump into free. But you'll catch up. I think you'll soon pick up some of the trade. Don't do like them, but certainly you should be able to be quick enough to learn from the mistakes or learn from the incidents and the experiences that you have. The second thing which I would like to talk about is the extremes for being impractical. Now, this is again a mistake I made. I was theoretically trained as an engineer to look at every mm. Now, on ground, in reality, you can't get those accuracies, especially in civil engineering. I can understand in some of the aeronautic industries, etc. Mm is not the least count. The least count is in microns. So this was an experience. So I was insisting on the being exact, and it was really making people very strained, and they were finding it extremely difficult whenever I would go for a checking. And it took me a little while for me to realize, and somebody to guide me who was more senior, to say that, listen, this much of accuracy is fine. It is not going to be possible to do anything more accurate than this. Be lenient enough to ensure that the quality doesn't deteriorate, but at the same time, you can't be impractical. So the second learning, which I thought was important, is that, as you get onto the field, you'll find that there are trade-offs. There are things that you will need to take as where do you draw the line? There are things which you have to insist on and say, this is just not acceptable. And there are others where you may have to draw the line and say, maybe this is something which I will tolerate. And this will come only with some experience and guidance from your superiors. So be open to learning on that. The two big concern areas which I think are important for the construction industry is the low productivity that our industry has. And since many of you would have attended the Lean conference, I'm not going to talk about the productivity aspect today. The second and the more important one, which I think everybody in the world is realizing, is the one on sustainability. And I think that's equally close to my heart. And I would like to emphasize that an university like CEPT, which has a lot of emphasis on design and how things are developed in the built environment, also the technology team, whose faculty members and the students, it is important that even as you get into the mainstream, you're going to have to see how you're going to dovetail the technology piece to bring in the sustainability angle as well. So how you're bringing productivity will save you time, cost, project, ensure that the projects are not overrun on time or cost, the qualities are maintained. But there is another element of how are we taking care of our own planet? And I think there's a lot of discussions around this, not just in our industry, but our industry contributes to a very big footprint when it comes to building, heating, air conditioning, water consumption. We have a fairly big footprint across the world. And I think this is a great realization that even as you step into the world, you will have the role to play in making sure that the environmental footprint is minimized to the impact that can be afforded. We are going to be developing built environment, and there's no way you can avoid an adverse impact on the environment. But what you can do is think through the built environment design, think through the execution, think through the upkeep and maintenance in such a way that you're looking at the entire life cycle and trying to look at all stages and seeing how is it making a difference for the better. Not just the better for your business alone, whether you're in a company or whether you're practicing on your own, but also how are you making an impact on the environment, society at large. And I'm sure that you all are all trained on this. I would like to just re-emphasize that this is something which is very, very important. And I think you should not neglect it. I see a younger generation which is far more conscious than we were at our time. We were not talking so much about environment. But I'm very glad that the part of the curriculums have changed considerably. And there's a lot of emphasis on environment and the importance of sustainable development. I think this is a step in the right direction. And I'm sure that all of you will do well in ensuring that not only the productivity, but also the sustainability aspect is looked into. So these are the two big things which I thought was very important, even as you all are stepping into a much larger role and playing an important role in your own lives, taking new decisions on how to go forward. While we are on this, I think I would like to bring in one other dimension. It's one thing to ensure productivity, it'll improve our project timelines, improve the profitability of projects. It's one thing to also look at the sustainability angle. But there's another underlying element which I think all of us need to be aware of. And that is the aspect of, are we creating delight in our customers? Are we delighting our stakeholders? Are our people who are working with us happy? Are we really enjoying what we are doing? Are we making a difference to society and contributing to their well-being? Whether it's their health, whether it is their personal life and their well-being, I think each of you have a role to play in that. And I will want to encourage all of you to look at the humane side of it. How are you going to impact lives of people? I know we are talking to a generation who's very conscious about impact, creating an impact. Don't just look at it from the mere lens of success, very often wrongly measured by material comforts. While that is not something bad, don't make that your sole objective. You need to balance out and make sure that you are also contributing to the society. If you put your ladder against the wrong wall, a few years later, you will discover that you were climbing the wrong wall. So I would suggest that you take some time out to pause and think, where is it that you really want to make the contribution? Where is it that you want to create an impact? Spend some time interacting with people in your family, in your industry, people who you look up to, people who are your faculty members, friends. Get a better understanding of where is it that you want to really create an impact. Now, you may not get it right first time. You may need to do course corrections and pivot at some points of time. But I'm sure that you will find the ground is far better. We have seen some very difficult years as a country, but I see some very good years ahead, and especially with young talent, the way which are being groomed across the country. I see many years of good progress that our country can make. And I look forward to seeing some of you and meeting up with some of you later in your life and seeing how well you have done. And maybe you look back at this day and think back and say how much progress you've made since then. My sincere wishes to all of you. I really feel that you all are on a very firm wicket, and I think you will do very well. But some of the things that I said, these are only guiding points. You have to decide your own principles, what you're going to stand by. Don't give up on those. Hold on to them. And most importantly, it's one thing to begin well, but it's equally important to finish well and leave a good legacy behind. Leave a legacy where you will be happy and proud about. Leave a legacy where your parents, your faculty members will look back and say they were an alumni from our university. These were people who contributed in my life. That's a great kind of a relationship, and will bring great joy in not just you, but also in your family members, in your faculty, and all of us, including me. So with that, I would like to end this note. I would certainly take this opportunity once again to congratulate every one of you students, many of whom I met in my during my visit there. And I hope and pray that God will bless you immensely, and you will do very well in your career, and you will impact lives very positively. And our country will do very well under your stewardship. See, we are all here for a while. We are all stewards. Nobody stays on earth for all time. We have run the race a fair distance. We are transferring the baton into your hands now. And we hope that you will take it forward and you will make the most of it and then hand the baton in a better condition. We have faltered on many counts, but I hope you will learn from some of the mistakes that we have made, and you will take this journey forward on a better ground. All the best to you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Professor Mr. Matthew, for your inspiring speech. Yes, we agree that there is a thin line between the theory and practical approach which we have in our profession. And of course, we can never neglect the three pillars of sustainability: environmental, economical, and social. And delighting customers in our construction industry is also very must. Being human, not forgetting our ethics and values, and focusing on quality as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew, for your inspiring address. Now, we shall begin with conferment of degrees. I would like to invite Professor Deepsha Shah, Acting Program Chair of Bachelor's in Construction Technology and Bachelor's in Science Construction Technology, to confer the degrees to the graduating students. Over to you, Professor Deepsha.
Thank you, Professor Dara. My voice is audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Bachelor of Construction Technology: Astha Banshal, Acharya Pracheta Jagat, Akshay Raj Singh Solanki, Chandera Jignesh Parbat, Chaudhary Rahul Kumar Babubhai, Chaudhary Ankit Kumar Ramji Bhai, Dave Madhav Manoj Kumar, Desai Raj Tejas Bhai, Desai Taral Rajesh, Gadvi Nirbhay Nikunj Kumar, गजेरा मंथन लालजी पाई, गज्जर अभिषेक संजय कुमार, गज्जर आकाश कुमार विजय कुमार, गांधी हेली कल्पेश, गांधी पार्श्व परेश, गांधी दिशांत भरत भाई, गोहेल आंसी हर्षद भाई, इनामदार पूर्वा सारंग, जय अजय भाई पटेल, जय पटेल, जय ईशा कैनिक, जानवी सुरेश चौहान, कड़िया मैत्री जगदीश भाई, कान्या मेहर इंदरपाल सिंह, ओके मोहित नरेंद्र, कोटक संजना संजीव, लक्ष्मी प्रिया एस, लोहिया प्रेरित संजय कुमार, महेरिया रिया घनश्याम भाई, मकवाणा जिग्नेश कुमार बाबू, मोट ध्रुव महेश भाई, मोट शुभम कमलेश कुमार, मृणालिनी झा, परकरा मौर्य विजय, पाशावाला पूजन अमित कुमार, पटेल अक्षत, पटेल ब्रिजल महेंद्र कुमार, पटेल धवल दिनेश भाई, पटेल ध्रुव कनुभाई, पटेल हर्षिल शैलेश, पटेल प्रीत धीमंत भाई, पटेल तीर्थ कमलेश, पटेल उर्व प्रमोद कुमार, पटोलिया बंसरी किशोर, पूजा चंद्रा, पोरिया मौलिक जगदीश पाल, प्रजापति बीरेन संजय, प्रजापति प्रिंस दिनेश, राज भूमिका राजेंद्र, राजशुभा शालिनी नीरव भाई, राज पुरोहित कुलदीप सिंह महेंद्र सिंह, राठौर पूजन प्रवीण कुमार, रेणुका गोपाला कृष्ण, सा हार्दी चेतन भाई, शाह हर्षिल हेमंत भाई, शाह खुशी धर्मेश, शाह रुशिल अपूर्व, शाह शिवांगी जोशी, शुक्ला उज्जवल तिरे, सोनी जिल प्रणव कुमार, टांक राजन हरिभाई, तान्या सरकार, ऊर्जा कौशिक गांधी, वोरा अभिषेक स्वपन, वोरा जैनिक योगिता. Congratulations to all. The chair Board of Management of the CEPT University on the nomination of the Executive Council have conferred upon the following students the degree of Bachelor of Science, Construction Technology, Patel Mitwa Narendra Pai. Patel Pratik Kumar Jayantilal, Priyam Samir, Jignesh Chamalla. Congratulations. Over to you, Professor Dara.
Thank you, Professor Deepsha. Now I request Professor Rashmin Dambli, Program Chair of Building Energy Performance, to confer the degrees to the graduating students. Over to you, Professor Rashmin.
Thank you, Professor Dara. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Technology in Building Energy Performance: Abraham Philip, Akshay Garg, Akshat Gupta, Amanda Casiana Santiago, Archie Sushil Parak, Ayushi Mishra, CH Yasaswini, Gangavaram VS Raghavendra Rao, Mili Jain, Modi Hep Shailesh Kumar, Nikita Khatri, Samit Pancholi, Tejal Sanjay Shanbag, Shah Urvi Paresh, Snowy Christophel S, Stuti Goyal, Trivedi Ruta Jayesh Bhai, Uma P. Congratulations to all of you, and over to you, Professor Dara.
Thank you, Professor Rashmin. Now I request Professor Jyoti Trivedi, Program Chair of Construction Engineering and Management, to confer the degrees to the graduating students. Over to you, Professor Jyoti.
Hello. Yeah, thank you, Professor Dara. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Technology, Construction Engineering and Management: Om Karkar, Sindhya Teresa, Desai Vihar Ketan Bhai, Kajal Indurkya, Kelkar Akash Pradeep, Kuntmal Rima Devendra, Meet Rajesh Shah, Nimish Sharma, Pitroda Jalpesh Rajesh Bhai, R. Shweta, Salvi Nishani Sailesh Bhai, Sechika Tripathi, Shah Daksh Amit Bhai, Shubham Padya, Solanki Keval Jayantilal, Shrinjoy Das, Trivedi Dhruv Atul Kumar, Vignesh Vijay Kumar, Vishwas, Yashraj Jain. Congratulations to all. Thank you. Over to you, Professor Dara Shah.
Thank you, Professor Jyoti. Now I request Professor Deepak Samal, Program Coordinator of Geomatics, to confer the degrees to the graduating students. Over to you, Professor Deepak.
Thanks, Professor Dara. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
The chairman and members of the Board of Management of CEPT University on the nomination of the Executive Council have conferred upon the degree of Master of Technology in Geomatics to the following students: Asim Sheikh, Bhavsat Dhruvi Jigar, Chawda Tej Dilip Bhai, Daraji Niket Kumar Praveen Bhai, Der Kushal Rawat Bhai, Disha Patel, Kade Harish, Jigyasa Parmar, Krina Dhimar, Mansi Krishna S, Medini H, Nikita Roy, Ronak Gajanan Datir, Raval Mitesh Vishnu Bhai, Saraswat Aditya Sanjay, Saha Kushal Chandrakant, Shaha Megh Bharat Bhai, Saha Jil Samir, Shubham Vinod Raut, Sindhuja LR, Surbe Rajas Rajendra Rujuta, Thakkar Hed Mitesh. Congratulations to the graduating students. Thank you all. Over to you, Professor Dhar.
Thank you, Professor Deepak. Now I request Professor Anil Shah, Program Chair of Structural Engineering Design, to confer the degrees to the graduating students. Over to you, Professor Anil.
Thank you, Professor Dara. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of the CEPT University on the nomination of the Executive Council have conferred upon the following students the degree of Master of Technology, Structural Engineering Design. Acharya Harshal Kamlesh Bhai, Harsh Nikalwala, Jani Kushal Jankar Bhai, Jariwala Parth Jitendra, Jariwala Viren Jayesh Bhai, Kambata Manan Bhaskar Bhai, Mazgaonkar Yalom Juda, Mohit Jain, Nagarsheth Dhruv Jignesh Kumar, Patel Dhruv Harshad Kumar, Patel Bhavesh Kumar, Prachi Dinesh Mittal, Riya Bansal, Satheya Sampada Vivek, Shah Kina Praveen, Shah Umang Chetan Kumar, Sharma Vinit Ajrang, Sheth Dhaval Subir Bhai, Shubham Manish Betharia, Vaibhav Maurya. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much. Over to you, Tara.
Thank you, Professor Anand. Now we move on to distribute the faculty level awards for excellence for all the programs. For this, I would like to invite Professor Vatsal Patel to announce the names of the students receiving the proficiency awards at the faculty level. Over to you, Professor Vatsal.
Thank you, Dhara. Am I audible?
Yes.
We are happy to celebrate students' good work and to honor the same. Every year, Faculty of Technology announce name of the students achieving excellent at various levels. These awards are given to the students who have shown the remarkable performance in studio, academic year, and during the thesis. I am happy to announce the name of the recipients of these awards under various categories. Bachelor of Construction Technology, Academic Excellence Award, second year, Patel Nihal Jayeshbhai. Best Performance, Deployable Structure Studio, Patel Nihal Jayeshbhai. And again, Best Performance, Plumbing Design Studio, Patel Nihal Jayeshbhai. Academic Excellence Award, third year, Patel Mahir Chiragbhai. Best Performance, Design Spaces in Steel Studio, Patel Mihir Chiragbhai. Academic Excellent Award, fourth year, Urvesh Shashikantbhai Rabaria. Best Performance, Plumbing Design Studio, Patel Neer Rajnikant. Best Performance, Reinforced Concrete Studio, Mod Rushil Bharat. Best Performance, Road Infrastructure Studio, Shah Devarsh Jignesh. Best Performance, Triangulating Bamboo Studio, Vadgama Mahek Bhavi. Best Performance, Structural Expression in Masonry Studio, Joy Patel. Best Performance, Deployable Structure Studio, again Joy Patel. Best Performance, Industrial Project Planning Studio, Abhi Ketan Kumar Shah. Best Performance, Bridge Design Studio, Abhi Ketan Kumar Shah. Best Performance, Bid Process Management Studio, Krupansh Naresh Kumar Patel. Best Performance, Structural Failure Studio, Aditya Pragnesh Kumar Doshi. Best Performance, Designing Space in Steel Studio, Dhruvi Tanay Shah. Best Performance, Construction Studio, Wagadia Anuj Praveen Bhai. Best Performance, Reinforced Concrete Studio, Sony Manan Girish Bhai. Best Performance, Road Infrastructure Studio, Shraddha Bhagwat Bharat Bhai. Best Performance, Structural Expression in Masonry Studio, Padsala Shaivi Sandeep. Best Performance, Steel Structure Studio, Bhatt Yashvi Hemant Kumar. Now the Master of Technology, Building Energy Performance branch, Academic Excellent Award, first year, Priyanka K. Raman. And the same, the Best Studio Award goes to Priyanka K. Raman. CEPT University Alpost Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Mili Jain. Now, Masters of Technology, Construction Engineering and Management. Academic Excellence Award, first year, Kavya Jain. Best Studio Award, first year, Ashweta K. Best Thesis Award, Solanki Keval Jantilal. Now, Masters of Technology, Geomatics. Academic Excellent Award, first year, Ronak Goel. And the same way, the Best Studio Award, Ronak Goel. the Master of Technology, Structural Engineering Design, Academic Excellence Award first year, Rashika Kapil, and the Best Studio Award first year, also Rashika Kapil. Congratulations to all the awardees and best of luck for your future. Thank you very much. Over to Dara.
Thank you very much, Professor Vatsal. Once again, heartily congratulations to everyone. With this, we reach the end of the ceremony today. Our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Anup Matthew, parents, and most important, graduating students. I would like to thank Mr. Anup Matthew for having spared his valuable time to join us for this memorable event. Sir, your convocation address was insightful and one of the inspired hope, optimism, and pride in all of us. The mind is not a vessel that needs filling, but wood that needs igniting. Esteemed faculty members, you have not just filled the students' minds with knowledge, but ignited a passion for their chosen discipline that will endure long after the convocation is over. The convocation team, Ms. Meenal, Ms. Disha, and Mr. Himanshu, along with our young volunteers, Jigar and Dhruv, under the guidance of Professor Deepsha, deserves a special thanks for all their efforts to conduct this event successfully. On behalf of FT, we wish you all the best for the future. Let us gather memories now by capturing you all virtually. For this, I request everyone to switch on their camera. Thank you. I request Jigar and Dhruv to please capture the screens and let us know once you are done. Thank you.
Dhara ma'am, the photographs has been taken.
Thank you, Disha.
Oh, it's really good to see few of the students, getting together at some places, maybe at somebody's place, and everybody is, it's really good to see you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Once again, time for a huge, big celebration for you all. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day and all the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Bye. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody. Bye.
Congratulations.
I request convocation team to be here, faculty members to be here. Bye, students. I understand it's hard to leave CEPT and hard to leave the screen as well, right? We may have one more moment of photographs and then we may all exit. Jigar and Dhruv, if you are still here. Oh, this is
Yes,
lovely.
ma'am.
Jalpesh, Pitroda. Yes, I'm seeing so many students at your connection. It is really good.
Same with Dhruv Patel.
Yes.
I think Yakshat Patel, yeah. Kushal Shah.
Okay then. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
Dhruv, thank you.
Yes.
Lots of
Welcome,
people
sir.
get
Thank you, sir.
together.
Done, sir.
Dhruv Patel.